Hello YouTube. This is my second video of the day. The first one, I don't know if I'm even gonna post it, but I'm gonna talk about something that honestly I should have made a video about this like a long time ago. It's about what I call the new face of racial profiling, and honestly this stuff may have already been getting done prior, but I'm like just noticing it. Maybe I don't freaking know, but when it comes to certain things, I'm pretty I take notice. The word escapes me right now. But anyway, let me just get into it. Okay. What I've noticed lately is a black person going into stores, places of business, period. One of the things that I notice is that, okay, I go in, and if I'm up at a counter paying, I notice that a store associate will stand like where there's that opening, like you know how most of the counters are, they're kind of like a crescent shape, and then on either both sides or on one side there's an opening. Okay, when I come up, they'll have someone on that other end like standing where, standing in such a way where no one can, make their way behind the counter. Okay, and I notice whenever this happens, the person that's standing there is always like staring me down. And that happened to me a couple of days ago when I was in California. I was at a truck stop doing business, and then afterwards, when it was time for me to go and get my shower, the person that was like standing in the gap, the guy, he like went to another place in the store, I guess, to like observe me from afar or whatever. I don't know, but his eyes were on me the whole time I was walking back to like the little waiting area. But yeah, that's one thing I've noticed. Another thing that I've noticed is, and this is pretty standard, not only am I black, I'm also female. And I think that if I was a black male going into some of these establishments, like trucking establishments, truck stops, shippers, receivers, places like that, they wouldn't bat an eyelash, because they would just think, okay, it's just another trucker. But me, I feel like they look at me and they can't really place why I'm there. It's like, okay, why are you here? They immediately assume the worst. Oh, she's probably like a homeless ride-along drug addict that, is probably gonna try to steal something. It's like they never ever look. Even when I wear my trucker Bluetooth, I could put on reflective clothing and it doesn't matter. They still look at me as though they need to be on high alert whenever I'm in certain places. And I'll be flat out honest with you, I'm to the point where, like, I was looking at, now, okay, here's a disclaimer. I'm not going to do this. Okay, I'm not about to bust hell wide open for any of y'all. I don't care what you do or say. And I'm definitely not about to go to jail for you. But And I say that to say that I'm not going to go shoot a bunch of people. Like, I like my freedom way too much to do that. But I was looking at some mass shootings, and the vast majority of the people that have done those mass shootings, white dudes. In particular, well, I'm not even gonna say young white dudes. It's like some of them are kind of young, some of them are older, not necessarily old, but older, not like 20 something. And all I can think is, if I had been, okay, I'll give you an example. The 4th of July shooter, the guy with the really skinny guy with the dark hair, okay, somehow he managed to get on top of a building. I'm thinking to myself, how in the world did he get on top of a building? Let's just start shooting people. But all I could think about was, if I had been in that crowd, everybody would have been looking at me. And they probably would have had like, I've noticed too that whether it's stores or sometimes if it's like other places just out in public, people that are wearing all black, or maybe they'll have on like a black shirt or something like that, but people that wear all black, like, they'll have some of them in the vicinity, and I've noticed that they'll be standing close and they'll be watching me, like, I guess kind of pretending to be nonchalantly, trying to blend in, but at the same time watching me. And I'm thinking to myself, if I had been in that audience, just sitting there, just wanting to enjoy the parade, some of those, I call them watchers, they probably would have been around me with their eyes glued to me. Meanwhile, this guy's on a roof with an assault rifle getting ready to mow people down, and you got your eyes on me. Just, it pisses me off. But it is what it is, and I just try to keep telling myself this is my new normal, and as long as they don't put their hands on me, I'm good, because I'm not going to do anything illegal. Like, that's not who I am. But I understand, the niggers that they see on TV, they think I'm that same type of nigger because they don't know the difference. So all they see, a nigger is a nigger is a nigger, basically. So they see me and they think, worst case scenario, what if she's like one of them? And so they're on full alert. But some of the guys that did those mass shootings, they could walk into a facility and no one's gonna be on high alert. And it's weird. It's like those guys did the most damage. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the shortest amount of time. But typically when black people do stuff, they're doing it for some sort of survival purpose. It's like they do it to get something, to get some sort of to attain something that they can use, either monetarily, to it's usually something, okay, do this so that you can have this. But when white dudes go nuts and do it, they typically, like, they affect a ton of people at once. And it's Tuesday and they just felt like it. Okay. And that pisses me off. But nonetheless, I already know what the deal is. But I'm just to the place right now where I'm really considering just, I already want to be, try the whole local driving thing again. But I'm so sick and tired of humanity. Like, whenever I hear about a mass shooting, I'm to the point where I don't feel anything. Even when it's black people, like, I'm to the point where yeah, like, the thing about that is this. I know that could have, if the reason that there a bunch of people got shot was because they're black, I know it could have been me. And I do feel something when it comes to that. But past that, I'm like, okay, it was probably, you know, there were probably, some bitches in there and some old nasty dudes that got but okay, I gotta take that back, because there's good and bad people in every racial group. But I don't know, I'm just getting so pissed off with humanity and just so desensitized to this stuff that I really don't want to be OTR anymore. Just life in general is hard enough. Okay, having to deal with stuff pertaining to just being a truck driver out here is hard enough, and then on top of that, I gotta deal with the fact that people are viewing me a certain way because I'm both, either because I'm black or because I'm female, and it's just too much. And I'm just to the point where I really just wanna like throw in the towel. If I could do something different, I would. So I'm gonna have to start looking, because I'm sick of this. I'm really sick of this. I'm like, people treat me a certain way, and they do so. They seem to feel as though they have the right to make me feel a certain way. Even like I've even been in places where they've sent people to like follow me, and I'm like walking back out to my truck. Like, I remember one place, they told this one guy, like, they'll never let you hear them say it, but you can tell by the behavior of the people around you who was told to do what. And this one guy, he like followed me back to my truck, and he was on my heels, and he didn't even, like, some people, they'll at least try to play it off and try to have a little conversation because they know that, both of you are within close proximity. This dude was on my heels, and he didn't say anything to me, and he, like, I could feel his energy on me the whole way back to my truck, and he kept his eyes on me the entire way back. And I made sure I called my company and let them know, like, what if this had been at night? He could have done anything to me and then ran back and said, oh, I had to take her down because I saw her trying to do this, that, and the third. He could have done anything and gotten away with it. So I made sure I left a review. I called my company that I worked for then, and I let them know what happened. And just, it's like, if you're going to surveil somebody, be a little bit smarter about how you do it. Because I could have called the police and been like, look, this is what happened. And, like, this is what happened. This dude was breathing down my throat, walking behind me. I'm by myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just be a bit smarter about how you surveil somebody. Because just think, 9 times out of 10, that person isn't doing anything wrong. And you could put yourself in a situation where you look like the bad guy just because of how you're carrying yourself in the situation and how you're surveilling them. Just think about it. But yeah, I left the worst possible review I could leave. In the review, I let people know exactly what happened when I was there. But it's like, dude, it's like you're assuming that I'm definitely going to just fuck it, fuck you, fuck it all, kiss my ass, just go to hell, just all of it. And it's just like, maybe I shouldn't say this, but I hope that one day you'll have to be in a situation where you'll feel that way too, just so you can know how it feels. It's like I'm not even given a chance. But anyway, whatever, it is what it is. But I just wanted to come on here and just tell people about certain things to just look for when you go out, just so you know what the deal is. Okay, when you go into a store and somebody in all black is around you and they're pretending, they're kind of looking like they're, maybe looking at something in the aisle, but they're just standing there and they're wearing all black. They're probably one of the security people. Standing out like a sore thumb, yet somehow they think that they're blending in. Another thing is you go into a store and they have somebody either standing with the cashier, or there's someone standing in the opening where, people go, where they enter to, get behind the registers and stuff like that. If you see that, they're probably looking at you and thinking that, you're up to something, or you're gonna do something. What's another one? I'm still feeling some kind of way. I'm a little upset. That's why I'm kind of drawing a blank. I'm probably gonna have to come back and add to this video. But just keep your wits about you, and just keep in mind that just because you know that you don't mean anyone any harm in a certain situation, you don't know what their perception of you may be. And the reason why all this stuff happening to me upsets me so much is because I know that if they're looking at me assuming the absolute worst, that means that my life and my name, my reputation is all kind of weighing in the balance because of that. All it takes is someone to make an assumption and then act on it, and then it's not going to be a good day for me. So I don't know, I'm just ready to leave this behind. I got into trucking just so I could get the fuck away from human beings, all of them, red, yellow, black, white. I couldn't I wanted to get the fuck away from everybody. But it's like the world has made its way in, and now I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do next. But yeah, just white people are racist, and black people get on my fucking nerves, and other groups I kind of hate everyone right now. Just everybody except cats. But anyway, I'm pretty sure I've forgotten other things I wanted to throw into this so that people can, keep an eye out for them. Oh, here's another thing. I remember I went to go pay a phone bill. I only had cash. I didn't have anything in my account. So I went in to pay it, and I remember after I walked out, I noticed that one of the people, like a guy that worked there, he walked out, and it was like he was watching me go to my car, and then when I pulled off, he went back in. So that's another thing to look out for. You go into a business, and then when you leave, someone that works there is going to be outside watching you just to see, are you bowing, are you succumbing to your black tendencies, and you're like going into somebody's car, you just couldn't take it anymore, you had to just succumb to your nature, because that's basically how they see black people. Not all of them, but there's enough that have that view currently to where, like, the things that I've been noticing them pretty regularly, like at least twice a day. I'll see something where it's like, okay, you saw me, you saw that I was black, and you felt the need to go about this protocol in order to make sure I don't do anything. Meanwhile, Blake is out back with the AK-47 getting ready to mow everybody down, but no one's looking at him. Right, anyway. Another thing that I've noticed is if you're in a parking lot or you're in some place near cars, like, people will chirp, like, they'll chirp their car lock system twice. They'll hear it, make the sound once, and they know that all the doors are locked, but they'll do it twice. And I think that the reason that that's being done is to let other people know, hey, there's a black person out here, be on guard. Like, I think that's what that's really signalizing to whoever hears it. Like, they know what it means, but they think that we don't know what it means. And of course, they know we can't prove what it means, but that's what I think that is. When you hear something enough in a certain context, it's like you start to pick up on it. Okay, the next thing, when you go into a store and then the music, like the genre of the music changes, when I went into the Pilot tonight, I walk in and it's like there's no music. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, Baby Got Back from Sir Mix-a-Lot, highly inappropriate, because it's supposed to be more of like a family setting. Baby Got Back is not appropriate. That comes over the speaker system. Okay, if you go into a place and then all of a sudden the genre of the music changes to black people music, that is not for your listening pleasure. They're doing that to let people that work in there know, hey, there's a black person in here, be a little more alert and maybe defensive because there's one in here. That's what that really is. Honestly, I think I've hit all the points that I wanted to make, but yeah, just after you see the stuff, you won't be able to unsee it. Okay, you really won't. But I'm gonna go ahead and get off, because I'm probably gonna say some stuff that is gonna be very unfortunate. I'm just gonna get off. Yeah, I'm just gonna get off. But yeah, fuck the world and kiss my ass. Okay. All right. Have a great rest of your night, YouTube. Okay. Bye.